Any museum, and particularly a maritime museum, relies upon models, and we have a lot of them. We have over 80 different models, whether they're modern ships or sailing ships, it doesn't matter. Two of them that we have here are different from the others in that they were part of the building process. Most of the others, no matter how good they are really for decorative purposes. But the skill and the ingenuity in some of these models is breathtaking. In this case here we have the traditional ships and bottles. And if you haven't seen that done, just Google putting a ship in a bottle, and there's a 50-second video there that is absolutely superb. There's no voice, it is just showing the artist putting the model ship in the bottle and how he actually gets the sails and the masts and all up. I'm very fond of ships and bottles, but you see them everywhere. And a lot of these were actually locally made. Mark Sinnott would be a typical example of a maker. Mark, who was one of the people responsible for establishing the museum and was its long-time chairman for many, many, many years. We have some of Mark's work there. But actually, I haven't seen these anywhere else. I've never heard of them anywhere else. And they're made by two local model makers, George McLean and Georgie Castle. And what is strange about them is, if you look at they have all the sails, they have the rigging, they have whatever is needed. But if you look at the body of the ship, it's very strange. And we often ask people when they come in, what do you think they're made of? And again, we get some great ideas, very, very imaginative ideas. But in fact, what the hulls are made of, here, down here, is the big ones are made from the breastbones of turkeys, and the little ones are made from the breastbones of chickens. Now, how or why George McLean or Georgie Castle decided to do this, I don't know, but I'm just so glad that they did. They're such a talking point, and they actually serve a purpose. These models, it's not just that they're quirky. If you take sailing ships, there's 10, 12, 14 different categories of sailing ships, from full rig ships, brigantines, barks, barkentines, and that is determined not by the shape of the ship, the body of the ship itself, but it's determined by the number of masts. It's determined principally by the number and configuration of the sails. So you would get a barkentine is very, very different to a three-masted schooner, or a bark is very different to a three-masted schooner. Full rig ship is different again. A ketch is in there as well. Now the beauty about these is that all these models represents one particular category. So you can actually teach basic sail rigs using these two cabinets. Also, you have the likes of this one down here, where it's an iceberg. So they're up in the Arctic Circle, wherever, and it's just these little touches. This one is becalmed in the doldrums, and the crew is out trying to pull her along. It's just wonderful, the imagination, and I think they wouldn't be among the best of our models, but they are among the most quirky. And that's what I like about them.